Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning, ladies and gentlemen, to Global Impromptu Speaking session number 172. Thank you so much for joining in today. Today, our host, our topics master is somebody who is taking this challenge for the first time at this platform. You need to appreciate him. Then only he will be giving you a simple topic. You can speak confidently. To support him, you are your self timer. Make sure you speak at least for 1 minute and maximum for 2 minutes 30 seconds. We every day whenever we have a meeting, we record this session, we upload on YouTube. If you like to improve yourself, you like to see yourself speaking, then go to the link which is provided later. See yourself, how did you speak, how did you manage the topic, and you can better judge yourself and improve for the next session. This is just a matter of appreciation and what do you call uh, uh, what do you call no concerning for yourself, at least from that session, recorded session, watch the small session, 2 minutes or 3 seconds, 2 minutes or 3 minutes, where you are speaking. You don't need to what you call listen to the entire session, but at least that part where you were speaking, so at least you can understand whether you spoke well, you spoke aptly to the topic, or you were just swaying away. This is how we learn. And if I will tell you how you spoke, I may tell you harshly, or I may tell you very softly, where you won't be able to learn well. But when you speak and you listen to yourself, you will be the better judge for yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, I will not take much of your time to welcome our today's host, today's topics master, Toastmaster Sujit J. Please appreciate him and welcome him with your thunderous round of applause. Toastmaster
Thank
Sujit,
you,
over to you.
DTM Amjad sir. Thank you, DTM Amjad sir. As you also as already rule has been informed that we should talk for minimum in a range of 1 to 2 minutes and maximum 30-second grace time from that time. So I'll straight away jump to the question. And the first speaker is Toastmaster Shashank. I request him to switch on the mode, and
Am I audible?
yeah, perfectly. All right. Sir, so question for you is a moment when you felt lucky. Toastmaster Sushant, Toastmaster Sushant, the moment you felt lucky.
Can you type it out in the chat?
Yes.
1 minute. A
A moment
when you
when
felt lucky. Okay. The moment I felt lucky. Thanks, table topic master. That question. It really asks for a situation that I have faced in my life. The moment that I felt lucky was the time I got my maths answer paper. I was so scared the moment the teacher called my name. What is going to be my mark? Because that's something going to change my life. I was so scared. She was going one by one. Finally came to my roll number. She called out, Sushant, your mark. You got a sentence. That's the moment I felt lucky. You see, there is a really great big distance between me and mathematics. But during this lockdown, I somehow traveled a bit and made the distance a bit small. I started practicing it more and more. I started understanding it. What is mathematics? I started understanding it. Still, I would call that moment as a lucky because I've never got an A plus in math. That was the first time my teacher called out my name as if my mark was less than a sentence. She suddenly said, Sushant, first time you've got a sentence. I was shocked. What? Me? And that's when I understood. It's not the lucky moment. It's what you have done, what the homework you have done. What I felt, I practiced a lot of sums, which helped me to get a sentence. And I would not call it a lucky moment either, something which I worked hard. It's either both in Jesus. Over the table topic master.
Thank you, Sushant, for sharing such a lovely personal story. I really love that. So I'll move to next speaker, Toastmaster Savita, madam.
Yes, yes.
Your question is experiences. Sorry. Your topic is, madam, experience is wisdom. Toastmaster Savita. Toastmaster Savita, experience is wisdom. Over to you, madam.
Thank you so much, Table Topic Master, Toastmaster Sujit, and my greetings to everyone present here. Yes, definitely. Without experience, wisdom doesn't come. Wisdom is essential for anything. And experience, how we do, it is the process we go through a thing. When we go through, we grow also in that process. Experience of a thing makes us better better version of ourselves. And I think to achieve anything, to get anything, experience is incumbent for the event. Yes, take it as experience in any educational field or in personal life. For example, when I was small, I never used to take my mother so seriously. I used to say, no, she has to do like this, she should do like this. But when I myself became mother, then I came to know, yes, what is it actually? How much hard work and how much things a mother goes through that. So the experience of becoming mother only gave me wisdom that what actually a mother does for his or her children. Yes, experience is wisdom. Without knowing the thing, without going through that thing, without growing through that process, wisdom doesn't come. I fully agree with that. Experience is wisdom. Back to you, Table Topic Master, Toastmaster Sujit. Thank you.
Thank you so much, madam. It was a very lovely speech, and I can correlate with your thoughts on the mother, the kind of unconditional love she can give. And initially, as a teenage, we kind of resist those thoughts, but I really appreciate kind of you've shared that. Thank you, madam. Let's move to the next speaker, Toastmaster Mohammed Hassan. Your question is, money can buy happiness. Toastmaster Mohammed Hassan, money can buy happiness.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, thank you, Toastmaster Sujit, for the topic. So, my today's topic is money can buy happiness. Yes, money, of course, can buy happiness, but we can say that money cannot buy us everything. Yes, money. First of all, what is happiness for us? Happiness for us in today's world is a luxurious life that we all want to live, big houses, luxurious cars, and our proper lifestyle. It is happiness for us in today's world. But indeed, we cannot buy everything with money. We cannot buy someone's life with money. We cannot buy someone's love with money. We cannot buy someone's care. And indeed, not, and money is not everything too. We just need to have a good heart too. Yes, but money, sure, it is correct that money can buy happiness. Thank you. Over to Master.
Thank you, Mohammed Hassan, for sharing such a lovely thought. Let's move to the next speaker, Toastmaster Akshay. I request you to unmute and switch on your video.
Yes. Actually, I'll not start my
Sure.
video. I will just
Sure.
unmute myself.
That's okay, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.
So,
Good evening. Can someone manage time for can someone can manage
I will
time
do
for
that.
me?
I will do that. I will do that. But
Thank you.
I'll
Thank you.
type in green, yellow. That will be okay because
Hello.
I cannot show
No.
the.
I'm visually impaired. I can't see.
Oh, so sorry. I'm so sorry. I
You
will
can do
say.
one thing.
I'll
No.
say.
See what you no. One thing you can do. In my personal chat, you can write like that green, yellow, red because my mobile is having talkback, so I can identify that way.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I
Most
will
welcome.
type. I will give you the question. Socializing socialization is dying with social media. What's your take on that? Toastmaster Akshay, socialization is dying with social media. Toastmaster Akshay, over to you, sir. Shall I repeat, sir?
Yes, socialization is dying. Okay, dying,
Dying,
right?
yeah, dying with
Dying
social
means
media.
means it's comparing like that it is, right?
True,
Comparing
true,
with social
true.
media.
The physical space kind of getting blurred. We are not doing
Got
more
it.
physical meeting. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, okay. When the pandemic hit us, that time onwards, we are under socialization. Socialization, which means we have social medias. For example, we have Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, we have Messenger. Now, another social media we have that is about Telegram. Earlier, we used to meet in person. That time, we used to make friendship with people, and that time we used to consider as a socially we are fine. But now, because of the pandemic, we are meeting online platforms such as Zoom. We have Microsoft Teams, we have Google Meet to build up our friendship. And this is compared with socialization, because earlier we used to meet each other, we used to make friends with each other, not only in Toastmasters but also in schools, colleges, universities. We used to meet in person, we used to make a friendship. But now we can say this is a world of social media, and social media impacted a lot for us. And special, I'd like to say thanks to everyone, the person such as Javed Karim, Chad Harley, we have Mark Zuckerberg for taking the initiative of this work of social media in different formats. So what do you mean to say, Toastmaster Sujit? And I want your opinion on this. Thank you. And over to you, Toastmaster Sujit.
Thank
Are
you.
you a Toastmaster, right? Or guest?
I'm a Toastmaster, sir. Recently joined.
Okay.
Thank you so much for a wonderful take on the topic and kind of elucidating so big detail about the social media thing.
Give the time, please. I think you shown me
Yeah,
bit late.
yeah. It is 1 minute 46 seconds. So pretty good,
Thank you.
decent timing. Yeah. So
Thank you.
sorry for that. Yeah. Yeah. So next speaker is Toastmaster Wafa. Yeah. Madam, topic
Yes.
for you is why self-love is not selfish. Why self-love is not selfish? I typed the question as well. Toastmaster
Okay.
Wafa.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Topic: why self-love is not selfish. Now, why are we programmed to think that self attached to self-respect, self attached to discipline, self attached to other words, and then self attached to fish, making it selfish, means the same? All the words mean different. Self love. Love is not just about giving. Love is about taking and then giving. You can only give what you have. So, how do you learn that? Well, when I was born, like we all were born, we understood the language of love by just the very own our mother cuddling us, nurturing us, showing us the path that how love is meant to be. When you have your cup full, that is, when you're emotionally contented with love, that's when you're able to give love. But unfortunately, as in a society, we never understand that.
We think selfish and self-love mean the same because the word attached is self. I think self-love is the most important thing that you can do to yourself. Because there comes a moment in life when you're on your own, and then the only thing that helps you survive is self-love. Now, what is self-love? Self-love is doing what you like reading a book, cooking yourself what you like, not just cooking for others, drinking a nice cup of coffee or tea because you like nice cup of coffee and tea, taking a walk. I can go on about this, but I tell you what, I'll never be selfish about it. Self-love is important. It's not selfish. Thank you so much, Toastmaster. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Warfa. A very lovely take on this subject. And Rao, I really know the difference between self-love and selfless. Thank you. Our next speaker is Toastmaster Subi. I request him to unmute and sir, question for you is, what book has had the greatest influence on your life? What book has had the greatest influence on your life? Toastmaster Subi, over to you, sir.
Thank you, Table Topic Master Toastmaster Sujit. I am not an avid reader to answer this question as you expect, but your question had an answer in it. What book had more influence in you? Because there are many books which had impact on you, whether it is spiritual books like Bible or Gita or Quran, add some value addition to my life. But to be precise or to speak on one particular book, I must say two things. It's written by, sorry, I forgot his name. I know this, but it is not coming. Actually, it is the book between the story between him and his love, which where they stay in two different states and they meet at their college and getting married. And the book says about how they get married and how the name two states happen, because they are coming from two different states, but the word states says the situations or two different world coming together and working for a single family. In that, I got affected to the I got imbibed to it, because that give a realistic approach when when we are had our relationships in college or later, and how that hero or the protagonist struggle to make these two state into one state. And that happened in my life, because I had a relation with a lady and I had to convince my family and get married. So that book helped me a lot or influenced me a lot. And thanks for my fellow Toastmasters who gave the answer, Chetan Bhagat, for that, because I forgot his name. Anyway, that book made impact on me, which can I say as one book which influenced me, though there are many books where they are outside. Sorry, hello.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for your thing, Mr. Subi. Even that's one of my favorite movie as well. So, so I'll move to the next speaker. I request Toastmaster Santosh to unmute and.
Yes.
Sir, I'll give you a quote, and it says, "I never lose. Either I win or I learn." Toastmaster Santosh. Toastmaster Santosh. I never lose. Either I win or I learn. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, and good evening to all of you. Good to say, and such kind of phrases And I have seen or I have watched one video of YouTube video of Elon Musk when the reporter asked him about his third Falcon rocket failed and he was about to go bankrupt. And a reporter asked him whether you were afraid of failure and because you were going to go bankrupt. So he said, no, I am never afraid of losing or failing. So it is good for the successful people to say that. So I never lose, either I'll win or learn. That is always there because whenever you try something with your full 100% efficiency or capability, and even these things happen to me in my case, in my professional career. There are many, I'm from chemical background working in technical field, and sometimes we go for solving the problems to the customer. And most of the times we solve the problem, but sometimes it happens that it is a major customer, major problems, but we cannot solve it. And in that case, after finishing that, you get saddened and you feel we lost it, and that depression really is killing. But after a few days or after a couple of days, I come out of it and I see that okay, we lost a battle, not a war. So we have to think that way, and we have to move on, and we have to take the learning from it, because always you cannot win. That is quite obvious. It's a nature's rule. Sometimes we will lose, but whenever you lose, you have to see that things are not repeated again, and you progress that way. So this is somewhat okay to say that either I win, or I learn. So I go with the topic. Thank you, Table Topic Masters.
Thank you, Toastmaster Santosh, for such a lovely take and sharing a personal story and trusting us with those stories as well. So thank you so much. So next speaker is Toastmaster Nishant. I think he's not there. So I'll move to the next speaker, Toastmaster Sharman. So kindly unmute yourself.
Okay.
And yeah, so I'll give you a question. Yes, perfectly online, sir. If you have to teach something, what would you teach? Toastmaster Sharman. If you have to teach something, what would you teach? Toastmaster Sharman. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, recently I got a assignment as club coach and Mr. Table Topic Master and Global Interface. I told one of the division governors, yeah, I will take the responsibility of coaching what I learned from the Toastmasters. I think I joined in Toastmasters 2007. After some time, I couldn't practice, and anyway, I have more than 12 years experience in Toastmastering. So what I got it from Toastmaster, the family or the friends of Toastmasters, I can give it back to the people who need it. Actually, the club who needs my help is to improve the membership, and the club is not doing well. When I can say something, my personal life, I have taken the responsibility of in Sri Lanka, there's a club called Panda Toastmasters Club. Club was almost dying when I joined and do my duties as Vice President Education, and club, the membership was about 6 members. In my tenure, I increased up to 22. Then the club is now doing very well with 30 members. Most of the contestants won the divisional level contest, and also number of area, very powerful club, division governors, area governors, or area directors are formed in that club. So, but same thing, what I learned from my previous 2 clubs, BCIS, one of the famous clubs in Sri Lanka, and got some experiences. I can give back to the people who needy member or the club to improve their what do you call this, membership strength or speaking skills or any other skills. So I'm very happy to take it. So that's a legacy, what I can give to the friends of the club. Over to you, Mr. Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Salman sir, for sharing. I really appreciate kind of giving back to the society and developing a club which would help so many members across. Thank you so much. Next, I would request Toastmaster Pratyush to unmute.
Yes, good evening, Toastmaster.
Sir, your question is, does life seems to give everything you wish for? Toastmaster Pratyush, does life seems to give everything you wish for? Toastmaster Pratyush. Over.
First of all, I will like to know that how many of us have wished for a life? Many of us, our parents might not have known that what will come out when someone will take birth. First of all, we must be thankful that we are having a life in this planet. And that is a very important thing. We have made this difference in our life that this person is a rich person, this person is a poor person. It is made by human beings. It is not made by the nature. Nature has given everything to each and every one. But it is the selfish desires among human beings which discriminates between people and make you think that, oh, if I have this thing in my life, or if I have that thing in my life. But I will like to draw the attention that at the end of the day or at the end of the night life, we will all go to sleep. And the thing that we must do is while we go to sleep, we can sleep peacefully. And if it is possible for all of us to sleep peacefully, then we should also let others sleep peacefully. When there was no thing called money in this world, people were hunter gatherers. They used to roam here and there, and at the end of the day, after fulfilling their hunger, their stomach's desire, they used to sleep. But gradually, we human beings started developing, and we developed a sense that we will take more than that thing that we required. If we can get rid of this small selfish habit that we do not need to hoard the things we do not require or which are in excess to us, then we will always be happy and we will stand by the line that life will give you everything that you have desired for. And if you will keep on thinking that I have done this, I have taken this, and I want more, then you will always say that I am not satisfied with the life that has given back to me. I want more, I want more, I want more. We must halt at a point so that we can make this statement true. Thank you, and back to Table Topic Master.
Nice take, Toastmaster Pratyush, right from the evolution to the materiality of life, and finally summing it up. Thank you so much. Our next speaker is Toastmaster Geeta. I request her to unmute.
Yeah.
So question for you is, what always brings a smile to your face? Toastmaster Geeta. Toastmaster Geeta, what always brings a smile to your face? Over to you, madam.
Thank you so much for that amazing topic. Yeah, there are numerous things that bring a smile on my face. Number of things, the little joys of life. For example, going by the seaside, listening to the waves brings a smile on my face. When I go to the mountains and see the snowfall, go to the deserts, there is immense joy in all these little things, even getting drenched in the rain. I love that. I love that. And that brings smile on my face. And the most important thing, when you do something for others, when you help others, I think that brings the biggest smile on your face. That gives the greatest joy. We are always wanting more and more and more in our life. We are never fed up of asking the Almighty to give us this. We are never ever satisfied. But the day we start giving to others, whatever we have, whether it is knowledge, money, whatever we can, if we start giving others, you can see the kind of joy you will get. And these days, I have a little baby in the house. That little baby, when I hold her in my arms, the smile that she gives me immense, immense joy. A lot of smile. When she smiles, I don't know what, I cannot describe in words how happy it makes me feel. When she kicks her little feet, it seems she's telling, don't worry, the corona and all the other virus, I'm going to kick it out of this world, and the world is going to be a better place to live in. So these little angels, when you hold them, I think you are out of any kind of depression. You'll never feel upset. You'll never feel sad if you hold little babies. So these are the little things. Let us all enjoy. Let us not keep wanting more and more and more. Let us be happy with whatever God has given us. He has given us immense, immense of all these things. With that, I end. Thank you. Back to you, Table Master.
A big round of applause for Toastmaster Geeta. Lovely take, the joy of giving and kind of being satisfied and joyful with whatever you have. Thank you so much, madam. Our next speaker is Toastmaster Yasmin, but I think she's not here. So I'll skip and move to Rohit. Kindly unmute yourself, Rohit.
Hi, Sujit.
Hi. So question for you is, what activities make you lose track of time? Toastmaster Rohit, what activities make you lose track of time? Toastmaster Rohit, over to you.
Thank you so much, Sujit, for this wonderful topic, and a very good evening to everyone. So the activities which make me lose track of time is music. Music for me is meditation. Well, I'm a passionate musician. I love to play guitar, I love to play ukulele, and I love to sing. So whenever I start playing music or whenever I sing, I feel that I'm in a kind of a meditation where I do not know what time it is or where I am sitting. If you give me a guitar, that's it. I do not want anything else. I hope everyone has something or the other in their life. For many, I guess this Corona period was a time where they got bored or people became restless because they could not go outside. If people could find one hobby or something which can help them to lose the time, for those people, even this kind of hard time would have been a kind of a blessing. So for me, actually, I found myself and my family members together because of music. When my family members were united and we all sang happily, in these tough times. So for me, yes, music is something which helps me to lose track of time. Thank you so much once again, Sumit, for this wonderful talk.
Thank you, Rohit, for such a lovely take. And actually, music resonates with everyone in that. So I'll move to the next speaker, Toastmaster Sunita. Kindly unmute yourself. Your question is, what is an ideal weekend for you? What is an ideal weekend for you, Toastmaster Sunita? Over to you.
Thank you, thank you. Good evening to my global impromptu friends. Good evening, Toastmaster Sujit. What is an ideal weekend? Wow, that's an easy one. An ideal weekend would be a weekend with friends and family. That's the best thing that can happen. Just sitting down and talking to your loved ones, not only people you see on a regular basis, your family on a weekend is different from the people you see, every day. Everybody is in a rush daily, but on a weekend, everybody is chilling, and that's a very nice time. You can sit down at the breakfast table for hours together without having to worry that you have a bus to catch or a train to catch. So
that is the best time of the week, when you don't have to think, what next do I have to do the next chore. So weekend is, and then when you catch up with friends, again, there's so much of time, there's no feeling that, you have a deadline. So that's the beauty of weekends, that there's no deadline and you can just sit down and relax, just a small cup of coffee, even sit quietly with each other, You don't have to talk. Just enjoy the calm, peace that is there. That haste is not there. The feeling that you have to rush to some place is not there. So, and this is best enjoyed with like-minded people. So, like-minded people are usually in your family and your close circle of friends. And maybe I don't think I would like to watch a movie or something. Sit and talk, chat a little, keep quiet, listen to some music with people, like I said, like minded people. That would be the ideal. And maybe somebody else cooks some nice food and gives, that would be the icing on the cake. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sunita, for the lovely take. Next is Toastmaster Viva. I request her to unmute. Your question is, who is the strongest person you know? Toastmaster Viva. Who is the strongest person you know? Toastmaster Viva. Over to you, madam.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster of the day. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all the impromptu speakers and my lovely Toastmaster, DTM Toastmaster Amjad. Yeah, for me, who is the strongest person I know? Yes. For a child, the strongest person from the day one who has been seeing is her or his father. I have seen my father as the strongest person because he had some special qualities like helping needy people, uh, doing something different from other people. Like he was the person who was composing poems. He was singing alone. He was not needed anybody to listen his songs, and he was singing timely. In the evening he will sing, and although he was an engineer, he was a chemical engineer. He was teaching us how they work on making waste, like best out of waste things. So many things I have learned from him. So in my opinion, my father is the strongest person, and he is my real life hero. And without his help and his such kind of special nurturing, I couldn't be able to reach this level where I am right now. So, uh, yeah, in every child's life, a father is the hero, and for me, the same. Thank you. This is my take.
Toastmaster Viva. Thank you. For even for me, like my parents, both my mother and father, are a great source of inspiration. So I can resonate with you. Next is Toastmaster Denisa. I'd request her to unmute. Toastmaster Denisha.
Can you hear me?
Yes, perfectly. Your question is, it's a quotation basically, quote basically. Tell me I forget, teach me I remember, involve me I learn. Toastmaster Denisha, tell me I forget, teach me I remember, involve me I learn. Over to you, Madam Denisha.
Tell me and I forget, teach me and I remember, involve me and I learn. Can you hear me? Okay. Good evening to you all, impromptu family members. Actually, at first, I have no idea of this. Tell me, my topic is tell me and I forget. Teach me and I remember. Involve me and I learn. Yes, true. Uh, Sometimes I forget. Whenever somebody tells it, I forget many times. Why? I don't think I take it into my inside. It may not be interested to me. So in most of the times, if somebody teach me, if I'm not interested in, I used to forget. And if somebody teach me and if I wanted to hear it again and again and to use it wherever I can practice, so from there onwards I can remember a little bit. But once I start using it, then only I can actually learn the things, I can remember, I can realize what happens. So for that, I must involve me. This happens to me many times, especially at office. Sometimes we get to know about the things. If we don't know, or somebody else is doing it, so we uh, in the behind, I also wanted to see what is going on, what is happening, but I can't remember it for more than 2 weeks. But if I had a chance to learn it, if somebody demonstrate me, yes, I can catch it. But once I have to work with that, I can remember that for more time, actually, for a long period. This happens for, I think, it happens for everybody. Maybe the frequency or the time durations for each things are different from for each individual. Uh, I totally agree with the topic. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dinisha, for attempting it. Lovely attempt. Next is our speaker is Toastmaster Naveed. I request him to unmute. Your question is, what are your most what are you excited in your life? Toastmaster Naveed, what are you most excited about in your life right now, today? Over to you.
Thank you very much, Table Topic Master, and good evening to all of you. My topic is, what are you most excited about in your life right now and today? Well, I visited one site, is assigned from my boss, and I was not feeling well. I was having pain in my stomach. So I was feeling that what to do. So I left it after second half. I left the company office and came to my home and had tablet, and then I slept. So it was realization that sometimes you don't give your time to yourself. I learned one concept that in economics there is one concept, residual value. Residual value means that whenever someone is bankrupt, all of their money first will go to the bank and all expenses will cover. Then the remaining amount will go to his family or himself. And the concept we can relate with our life is that we should not give time. We should give time first to ourselves. Number one comes ourselves, then comes your family, then comes your work. However, what we first prioritize our work, then our family, and then ourselves. So it was a little problem of stomach, but it sometimes remind you that uh, it happened with me many years ago. I was very sick in terms that I was not giving my time to myself. So these little things like stomach pain or something headache are reminders to yourself that whenever you have residual value, you should give time to yourself first. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Navneet. Completely agree with you. If your priorities are set, your life is sorted for sure. So our next speaker is Toastmaster Farida. I request her to unmute. The question to you is, you celebrate occasion and I celebrate life. Toastmaster Farida. Toastmaster Farida, you celebrate occasion and I celebrate life.
A very good evening to my global impromptu family members. I would like to congratulate TM Sujit on conducting this session extremely gracefully with a wonderful, wonderful set of topics. I'm truly enjoying this session tonight. The topic that has been given to me is you celebrate occasion and I celebrate life. Of course, life is there to be celebrated at every point in time. But what if we celebrate an occasion every single day? We can find happiness in every small thing that we have come across in life and commemorate it and celebrate it. For example, there are many people who will celebrate monthly anniversaries after they get married. At least for the first couple of years, they will remember their wedding date and not they will celebrate, they will have cakes every month very religiously. It adds on to their kilos and their waistline. So maybe not a very bright idea, but the idea behind it is to celebrate some occasion on every single day in order to make it a special day. And each day of our life has the capacity to be the best day of our life. So this is what I truly believe in. I do celebrate life, but I believe in celebrating occasions more occasionally than others. It is incumbent on us to be thankful to the Almighty, to give us good health, give us prosperity, who has given us, blessed us with family, and who has blessed us with the capacity to celebrate the occasions. So why not? Why not celebrate each and every occasion that we can grab hold of? And I'm sure that if you really look into it, you will have something to celebrate for every single day. I have this habit at work. Even if it's nothing, it is some country's national day. I will catch that doctor, I will buy that cake, and we will celebrate all together. Sometimes the doctors are pretty amazed. Like one of the doctors, who's a Sudanese by origin, but he's born and brought up here in Dubai. He doesn't know anything about his own national day or national color. And guess what I did? I turned up on his national day with a cake made in his national icing done in it in the national color, and we celebrated it. So I think we do celebrate life, but I tend to beg to differ with this topic in such a way that we must find an occasion to celebrate every single day so that each day becomes memorable. With that, I would like to end my speech. A very good evening to all of you, beloved people. Tonight, I'm celebrating good global impromptu with all of you. Love you all.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's give a round of applause for such a lovely day. So next, Toastmaster Samriddhi.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for question for you is, what is the last time when you laugh out loud? When is the last time you made LOL? Over to you, Toastmaster Samriddhi.
When is the last time I laughed out loud? Well, good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. In today's world, in the technical world, most of the people just read out the memes on the internet and they just reply in the comments LOL without even laughing out loud. Even I've done that a lot of times. And people, just friends send us something and we're not even interested in talking and we're just like LOL. It's like a catchphrase now for the Gen Z, especially the generation, the newer generation. It's a slang. It's just everyone uses it and everyone knows how to use it. But I feel that laughing out loud is something very important. And I feel like I always find an occasion to laugh out loud because laughing is the best medicine. Everyone knows that. And I feel like my laugh is very good because I laugh very funnily also. And I laugh out loud quite a lot, to be honest. In my daily life, I laugh out loud a lot. I laugh at the smallest things, and that's probably because the lockdown has made my humor broken. But that's fine. The more you laugh, the more you live. And the last time I actually laughed was just a couple hours ago, actually. I was with my friends, I was hanging out with them, and we were talking about random stuff. And then out of nowhere, we started talking about books. And there was a book, it was called How to Commit a Murder and Get Away with It. And we were talking about this because that's such a random topic to write on. And we were laughing about this because we just started fantasizing a murder. And that sounds very violent, but it wasn't in that. It wasn't in that way. And we were just having fun around with it. And then we started talking about other stuff. And I feel like if you're with friends, everything seems funny to you. I don't know if it's just me, but everything seems funny to you when you're with your loved ones. And the last time I laughed was just a couple hours ago. And you should too, because laughing is the best medicine. Thank you, and over to you.
Lovely take, Samriddhi. Completely agree with you. We should make every smallest of opportunities to laugh and should do it. Next is our speaker is Shrestha was there just now. I think she is left. So I think just can I like call up anybody like it's pending? I don't think any speaker except DTM Amjad, sir.
Yes, sir. I'm ready, sir.
Okay. So question for you is like, what will you never give up on? What will you never give up on? Toastmaster DTM Amjad, and over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Mr. Topics Master. What will I never give up on? Do you eat burger and shawarma? You all eat, right? You order burger or shawarma, something similar to that food. And you order to that person with a smile. That person brings your order and you eat. You don't really open everything, all right? You just eat. You trust that person, isn't it? Trust that shopkeeper. He will serve you good food. So I believe no matter what I do, I will never give up trusting people. Though I have faced many, many losses while trusting people. But I think life is all about trust. If I give up trusting people, I won't be able to live, I think, a day, or two, then I'll be doubting every single person walking along with me, meeting me, facing me. Then there is no meaning in life. So I don't want to actually. I don't want to give up trusting people. I don't know what you will not give up on. There are many, many things happen. We tell people, I don't trust you anymore. Blah, blah, blah. A lot of things happen every single day with your close friends, with your family members, with strangers. But I think I gave you an example of this eating burger or shawarma, something. You don't open your meal and you just eat. That is trust. Considering this a very minute or small example, how can we not trust people who have helped us a lot in our life? They became the reason for our success. They became the reason of our failures. And failure was the one step up before this success. So, how can we mistrust such people or ignore them? So, ladies and gentlemen, I will not take much of your time, but to tell you, this is one trait I will never give up in my life. No matter whether I want or I don't want, I will never give up trusting you, trusting everyone around me. Thank you so much.
Thank you for trusting us, all of us, and such a lovely take, sir. And I'm done. So I think everybody is.
Thank you to Asma Sajid. Really appreciate for conducting this beautiful session. Who would like to give a topic to Asma Sajid J? Come on, come on.
Can I?
Is it Subi? Yeah, Subi. Yeah,
Yes.
go ahead, please. Yeah, go ahead.
Hi, Toastmaster Sujit. Hope I am audible to you. Hello.
Yeah, we can listen to you. Please go on.
Yeah. Sujit, your topic is you are not fully dressed without a smile. You are not fully dressed without a smile, Toastmaster Sujit.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Subi, for such a lovely topic. I think, for like diversity candidate, the best, makeup is a lot of articles which is there, but there is something which is common to each and every one of us, and that's smile. And your entire makeup or getup is incomplete without having a smile on your face. It's just not for the face or appearance. It's just to lighten up your mood as well. It's just to make you comfortable in whichever position you are in, even if kind of facing a very, very tough situation. If you can be calm, a little bit composed, and have a very sweet smile, I think the difficult and the most toughest of work will get through. So I think this is my take on the topic, and over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. So smile is not just an apparel, it's a makeup also. Good take.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
Stage
thank
is
you
back
so
to
much.
DTM
So
Amjad.
please keep smiling because Toastmaster Subi said you are not fully dressed if you're not smiling. So keep smiling. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I think everyone managed his or her topic very well. Toastmaster Sujit, how did you find this session? Did you find your answer from your topics?
I think what I really love about this forum, club, whatever you call it, is that the average duration of each and everybody's speech is far higher than any organized Toastmaster club, and they are so much comfortable than like I used to be in. I am right now in my club, so that's kind of a key differentiator which I find it, and everybody is very, very passionate. So lovely to have such kind of audience and to.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands
Thank you,
together
sir.
for Toastmaster Sujit J for conducting this 172nd session of Global Impromptu Speaking. Really appreciate a big hand for you, Toastmaster Sujit. Ladies and gentlemen, with that power vested in me as a host of this meeting, I adjourn the meeting. Stay blessed.